Hello, Merry Meet. So I want to review a deck of Lenormand cards, and it is this one, Fairytale Lenormand. The artwork is done by Lisa Hunt and is written by Arwen Lynch. It's published by US Game Systems. First of all, I really love this little tin box. It's metal, it's tin. That will keep your cards quite nice and protected. And since Norman decks, generally speaking, are smaller than a tarot deck and usually have the size of regular sized cards, with this tin, this is an easy divination tool to just slip into your bag. The box might get a little bit dinged up, but the contents should be fine. So I'm very pleased with the packaging. Inside you have the deck and this little adorable book. So let's have a look at it, shall we? Looks like this. Like a little miniature fairy tale book. And we have a foreword. I do believe we had an index in this, didn't we? The problem, of course, with the books being this little is that there's not a lot of writing on each page, but it is cute. No, we do not have a foreword, actually. We do not have a index for this one. Anyway, this is basically the information on the cards. It goes to about 2 of these pages for each card, and it's 38 cards in the Lenormand. So yeah, that's something I should say as a disclaimer when it comes to this review. I'm not nearly as familiar with the Lenormand, which I've just started using, as I am with tarot. So this is a beginner's review. So I might miss something or have the wrong idea about something, and apparently I'm catching lady waves from China. I might miss something that some of the experience with these cards do not miss. So keep that in mind. Anyway, I think the information on the cards are okay. I would recommend getting a book on the system, but it do the job. You can just pick up this box and do divinations with them. And I don't think it was a lot more than the cards. Yeah, there's actually some spreads. I had forgotten them. There we go. We have a fan spread, which is a pretty good one, actually. Should have remembered that. Little simple fan spreads. And these spreads, of course, you can use for the tarot as well. We have a crossroads spread. I've seen this in other Lenormand books. So while the spreads are made for the Lenormand, the tower spread, they can easily be used for other types of oracle cards. And a happily ever after spread, which is unique for this deck, which I love because I collect spreads. And some acknowledgements. That's what's in the book. This is perfectly fine. That it's so small makes it a little bit hard to read because you sit there, but on the other hand, this is adorable. It gives enough information on the cards to do the job, and I love that it has a pretty healthy selection of spreads in the back. So, without further ado, let's get on to the cards. And I really love the images of these. They're all fairy tale inspired. And with the Lenormand, you have these archetypes that's on each card. They are actually based on a regular playing card deck as well, but not as dried and cut based on it as the tarot is. You can see here is the card it corresponds to, but since it has only 38 cards, it doesn't convert all of the cards to a Lenormand deck. The system was developed by, as far as I have heard, by Madame Lenormand, who was the personal fortune teller of Napoleon's wife. It was a pretty big deal in France at the time. Anyway, as you can see, there are these simple archetypes, these simple items really from life that has great symbolic meaning, and they are all incorporated into fairy tale imagery. And the deck looks very, very nice. Here's the back of the deck. It is fully reversible. As far as I've gotten with Lenormand, reversals aren't as big a thing there as it is in tarot, but it's still nice to have a reversible back. The images go very well with the color of the frame. I do not think it would be very easy to, because of that round number there, I do not think you can easily cut this deck and just get the image though. So if that's what you're looking for, that might not be, but I think it works very well. The symbolism is pretty clear and well made. So yeah, I am pleased with the look and design of this deck. Now, the cardstock quality is barely acceptable. But that I mean, it's not horrendous. It will stand up to some use. But it's just passable. It does not have great build quality, but it will do the job. So yeah, I'm pleased with this kit. It's not very expensive. The little white book, or in this case the little fairy tale book, they'll tell you everything that you need to know to start. Though of course a book about the system, and there are books about the Lenormand, not as many as for the tarot, but there are. And yeah, this is a good little kit. I tend to prefer, when it comes to the Lenormand, those decks that have more of the original playing card symbolism, not symbolism, design and such. I tend to connect with those better when it comes to Lenormand decks. But this is also a very, very nice deck. I can see myself using this quite a bit. And yeah, I think it's a good product. It's a good deck. I have really no huge complaints, other than, like I said, the cardstock could be better. Now, with all the Lenormand decks, they are usually this size here, regular playing cards, which makes them a lot easier to shuffle for those that find tarot cards, not to mention oracle decks, that tend to be too big. These are fairly easy to shuffle. The shuffle feel is great. They have a slightly glossy feel to them, but they're not so glossy that they stick together. And yeah, I have been babbling for quite long enough. It's a good deck. I'll give it 8 out of 10. Good symbolism, beautiful pictures, nice packaging, a nice little white book, some very nice spreads. What more could you ask for? And that is my review of Fairytale Lenormand. Hope you have a great day, happy in bulk, and blessed be.